Tears of the Kingdom releases tomorrow. I cannot believe I'm saying that. It feels like so long that we've been waiting, and tomorrow we get to have our sweaty little gamer hands on this game, and I'm so excited for everyone to play. I just wanted to be like the original Breath of the Wild when everyone was playing it, everybody was hyped, everybody was sharing clips, everybody was talking about it. It's very rare that games unite people as much as the original Breath of the Wild did. Pokemon Go did it for like a summer. And I really do hope, I think this game has what it takes. Animal Crossing did as well. I really do think this game has what it takes to become that next unionization game. Okay, a game that people that don't even play video games are playing. I really do think this game is good enough. And to celebrate the fact that the game comes out in a mere 23 hours for my time zone, probably like 12 for your time zone, wherever you're watching. Good morning, by the way, or I guess good afternoon. I wanted to talk about my 5 favorite things that I discovered while playing Tears of the Kingdom. No, I'm not a special boy that got early access by any special means, nor am I a filthy thief. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. Let's just say that I got my hands on a game early, and I've been playing it. I made my first impressions, absolutely zero spoilers video a few days ago, which has been doing absolutely insane, by the way. I'll talk about it at the end, don't worry. None of that boring YouTube stuff. But this video, I want to talk about my 5 favorite aspects of the game. I don't want to make my 5 least favorite aspects of the game, but you know what? Come on, let's stay positive. That game's about to come out. Also, sorry, I've been sick for the past few days. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm trying my best to sound energetic, but I do feel kind of like garbage. But I don't want to go too many days without posting a video. I'm too excited, especially now. This is like the peak hype season. Also, I do want to note that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to keep it as vague as possible. But if you don't want any spoilers of anything, then yeah, just stay away, because I will mention a little bit of just small details. But don't worry, I won't get into anything crazy. And if I do get into something crazy, I'm gonna leave it at the end, and I'll really warn you. Okay, that's it. Enough of this preface. Let's start. All right, my first favorite aspect has to be the new abilities. Say kiss goodbye to those old, oh, bomb. Why did we have 2 bombs? Okay, no. Get them out of here. We have brand new abilities, and they work so well. They are so much more fun, I have to say. And I think my favorite part about these new abilities is just the infinite possibilities that it brings. So, for example, I'm gonna have to compare Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. I have to. It's impossible not to. In the first Breath of the Wild, one of the biggest selling points was, oh, you can tackle any enemy any way you want. I'll be like, here's a bokoblin camp, right? So then, how do you want to tackle it? Do you want to go in and hit him with the sword slash? Do you want to throw a boulder with the little ding ability? You know what I'm talking about? Or do you want to throw him a bomb? There was creative ways to do it, but at the same time, all of the ways was just kind of manipulate the environment very slowly, or use your weapon. That was pretty much like the big creativeness. But in this game, oh my god. First of all, not only can you fuse your weapon with like a pine cone on the floor, or you can fuse your arrow with like a piece of rotten meat, you can also just build like a jet bomber and just fly above the bokoblin camp, rain hell on them, and then keep it moving, keep it cruising. And that's what I mean. The possibilities, I can't wait. See, I suck, right? I'm not an engineer, I'm not a creative dude. I can't wait for people to build the most bizarre weaponry, the most like war crime weaponry ever made when this game comes out, because I know people are gonna make insane stuff, and the abilities just give you that, like, the abilities give you the ability to be super creative and just do whatever you want. And I think it makes it really cool, especially for an open world game, because you can go, not only can you go wherever you want, you can also do whatever you want in those areas. And yeah, I just think it's really cool. All right, my second favorite thing, and it's a little bit of a double trouble, is the story and the soundtrack. So I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but the story, although it's like dark and kind of like gripping and very dramatic, it still has its very lighter tone moments, and I do think that the story is a lot better than Breath of the Wild's. Now, I will say, obviously, the both of them are sister stories, you know. So experience Breath of the Wild, so you really get the full grasp of Tears of the Kingdom. So by that logic, of course, Breath of the Wild has its own charm. But you gotta think about it. We're playing Tears of the Kingdom that is building upon the Breath of the Wild lore, and they successfully made it just more intense, more like I feel bad exploring. I feel bad going around and doing stupid things because I feel like, dude, I gotta stop. This is happening right now, and these guys are counting on me. I gotta stop bullying these bokoblins right now. Let me worry about the task at hand. No, but the story is really interesting, and I think it's really really cool because for me, when it comes to open world sandboxy, I'm not gonna say this game is super sandbox. Like, trust me, this isn't Minecraft levels. But what I mean by that is, you have so much toys to play with, right? And having a game like that but making me still want to see the story, like I'm like, okay, that's enough exploring. I'm kind of interested in seeing what's up next. I think it's kind of like a rare thing. It's either the story is really really good and I don't want to do anything else, or the exploration is really really good and the story is just kind of like a throwaway. But this game has both strong story, strong sound design, strong like narrative, and also a strong gameplay loop. So it's like, dang, you have to like balance both. I'm like, I want to see what happens next, but at the same time, what is that thing over there? You know? So yeah, the story is really, really interesting. My third point, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I think I've mentioned this in like 3 videos already, but I have to say it again. Okay, I'm sorry. The scope of this world is absolutely insane. Someone asked me in my comments if this game is bigger than Xenoblade 2, and I don't have like comparison side by side, but honestly, I do think so. I played Xenoblade 2, I've played this game. I do think that this game is bigger, is much larger, and I think what makes it really, really good is that not only is it larger, but it's filled to the brim with content. One of my biggest gripes with the original Breath of the Wild was, although the map was big and very impressive, especially for 2017 and a brand new hardware, the scope didn't match the content, if that makes sense. The stuff to do inside the map of Breath of the Wild was very limited. It was like the odd camp, maybe an NPC in a village, but there was just like 5 minutes of nothing but plains and trees. Like, sure, you can collect like apples and maybe you can cook, but that's pretty much it. In this one, especially because they did reuse some areas, not all, but some areas, they were able to take advantage of that and fill those areas with more stuff to do. Again, I won't get into it, but your NPCs, your side quests, your towns are all still there. But just the variety of stuff to do is just a lot better, and it makes it more fun and more engaging. And it kind of has this like addictive, just one more area kind of effect to it, where, trust me, if you are a fan of sleeping, I'm sorry to tell you, but get some sleep while you can, because if you play this game, it's not going to happen. And to go off of that, my fourth favorite part, my favorite aspect, is just that you actually get rewarded for exploration. So, what I mean by that is no dead ends, no red herrings where something looks cool, but it's just nothing. Everywhere that I went, everywhere that I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna go on this 2 hour journey up this mountain just to see what's up. I never was like dissatisfied with what I found. The rewards for what you get, what you find, where you find it, the effort that you put into it. You can go on expeditions and come back with a ton of loot. I never felt like it was lacking. I never was like, ah man, I wish there was like a cooler weapon in here, instead of just like a gray broadsword. Like, no, if I put a lot of effort, if I did a lot of things to get to an area the game knows that I did, and I had to fight wave after wave, they're gonna give me a cool reward. And it makes it more satisfying. You enter this big area that you stumbled upon. You don't even know if you're high enough level or strength yet, but you kind of look at it and you're like, nah, I can do it. You go in and then boom, you walk out with a piece of armor that you never imagined you could have. And that's what makes exploration cool. Because yeah, sure, I can sightsee, but at the same time, I want to have cool weapons, at least for me, cool armor, cool stuff. So this game does have a lot of cool stuff, and they give it to you in appropriate locations, if that makes sense. Okay, and this is my final favorite thing that I want to mention. Again, this might be the one that's kind of spoilery. So if you are sensitive to spoilers, you don't want to know anything, then go away now. This might be the one that's like actually actual spoilers. So my final thing that I want to mention is the boss fights. More specifically, the boss fights in the dungeons. So if this is the first time you're hearing this, yes, dungeons are confirmed. I believe there's 6 themed nature themed, so like fire, wind, ice dungeons. And the boss fights in these dungeons, I haven't done them all. Okay, I'm not a speedrunner, so I haven't done them all. But the boss fights are really, really good, and they're really, really engaging. Like, they're very creative boss fights. They're not just hack and slash, dodge, get out of the way. The boss fights really play with the design of the dungeon, which I find it really fun. There's just a lot of really interesting, unique bosses, and also the boss designs. They're not like mechanical beings. They're actual flesh and blood, which I'm really happy about, because I don't know, there was something about the mechanical fights in Breath of the Wild, which was all the really interesting fights were mechanical fights. And I don't know, sometimes I get tired of just beating up the Apple store, you know? I want to fight like a being, and this game gives you that ability. And yeah, the boss fights are really, really fun, and I really, really like them. So yeah, there it is, my 5 favorite things about this game. I have a lot more favorite things, but my other favorite things are more specific, more spoiler heavy, so I wanted to keep it vague in this video. I think in the next coming weeks I'll make more like, this is huge spoilers, but more specific stuff. But I want you to experience the game first. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. And for those of you that care about this channel, stick around because I want to say something. All right, video's over. Okay, video's over. You can get out of here. You had your 5 things. Get out of here. All right, if you stayed, then you did yourself. Okay, I want to talk about the fact that the last video is doing extremely good. Okay, I think it's like at 50,000 views right now. You don't understand the level of hype that got me. People commenting, people are engaging in my videos. We gained like 200 subs in like 2 days, which is never in my life did I imagine that I would ever amass. Like, so many people want to watch stuff, my stuff, and that's just so cool to me, because I mean, I do it for fun, I do it because I think it's cool. And the fact that just one person, let alone 100, 250,000 people were like, nah, let's give this guy a chance. Let's give this guy a watch. It just makes me, honestly, like, I can't lie, I was tearing up a little bit. I was like, dang, this is crazy. I don't even know what to do with this amount of like support and likes and everything. I was just super like overwhelmed, and I had a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that was when I was like in the low 400s. To think that we're at like 730 right now, or 720, something like that. We are so close to 1,000. That is insane to me. And yeah, in these videos, I never ever, like, you'll never hear me say, oh, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a like. I don't know if that works. I know it's like a YouTuber thing to do, but my logic is, if someone's gonna like the video, they're gonna like the video. If someone's gonna subscribe, they're gonna subscribe. I don't know if that's a good business idea. Maybe I should be pushing subs more, but nah, I don't want to do that. If you want to sub, it's by your own merit, because then I know you really want to sub, right? So yeah, we're so close to 1,000, which is like an insane dream of mine. Just boom, 1,000. I don't know, that number looks cool. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I want to sound grateful. I don't want to sound like, oh, that's right. Yeah, give me more views. Like no, I'm genuinely grateful. I didn't think my videos would ever leave my friends and family where I send my video. I literally would make videos. I would send them to my mom, send it to my friends, and be like, watch this. And that was as far as I thought they would go. But no, you guys like it, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna make this super, super long, but yeah, more stuff in the future. And yeah, thank you. Bye.